Okay, so your child just jumped out of their crib and they seem young and they've never done this before and it suddenly happened. What are you going to do tonight? What's up, tired mamas? It's Melissa here with the Cradle Coach, and I'm doing things a little different because I want to explain to you how important it is to hold off before you transition your child out of their crib and into the bed if they start to climb out. So stay tuned, like and subscribe, and make sure you're following us so we can give you all the tips and tricks you need here at the Cradle Coach. Okay, so your child just jumped out of their crib. What are you going to do tonight? That is the question I'm going to answer, but before we jump right in, I want to make sure you are understanding a few key points. When they are young, and when I say 2 and under, that means they might be displaying too much independence if you start to transition them too soon into their big boy or big girl bed. So the goal is to hold off and wait it out. Don't immediately think, okay, that's it. Transition time is here. We need to go ahead and bring in the bed. That's not always the case. In fact, many times kids are not ready yet. They just are too young. And when you make that transition too early, it causes too much open boundary and creates complete chaos. So that is the preparation. Now it's on to what to do next. First tip I want you to do is make sure you lower the crib mattress to the floor. Maybe move those springs that are holding up the mattress so you can bring it down to the floor, but make sure you're also bringing down the crib rails in order to create a safe boundary. We don't want them to get stuck in that mattress. The goal is to create a lowered positioning of the crib mattress so they can't climb up, make it harder for them to climb out of their crib. Also, tip number 2, bring in a sleep sack. You might not have given your child a sleep sack up until this age, but there are sleep sacks available for children even older than 2 years old to put them in, which causes it a harder opportunity for them to climb out. So put them on a sleep sack, maybe zip it from the back so they have a harder time pulling it off of them, which that does happen. So be sure to give them a sleep sack during their bedtime routine when you put on their PJs. And tip number 3, make sure that you don't go too crazy with the dramatics when it comes to them jumping out of their crib. Oftentimes we see clients run right in as soon as they're looking at their baby monitor and saying, hold on, no, don't jump, stop, sit down, lay down. And it creates panic. Well, what does that do for a toddler? It actually creates curiosity. Wait a minute, let me see how far I can push this boundary. So they try and try and try again. So hold off, be calm, watch that monitor and wait to see what they actually do, especially if you've lowered the mattress so that the crib is harder for them to climb up to. You've given them a sleep sack so they have a more difficult chance to climb over with their feet. And then you've created this environment of safety and caution. If you've tried all 3 of those things and they still get out of their crib, which some kids do, then it might be time to transition them into their big boy and big girl bed. But make sure that the environment is like a big crib. You're still needing to create this boundary for them so they know exactly what to do and where their limit is. Maybe that means shutting the door. Maybe that means putting a baby gate on. Maybe that means putting on a hook or something that creates a little bit of a room to see you and see what's outside of that room, but making sure that you're creating a clear boundary like you did their crib. They know their crib rails. They know it's hard for them to get out of those crib rails, and they know what's expected of them while they're in that crib. You've taught them up until this point, so now it's time to transition that over into their full room, creating a safe sleep environment. Make sure you have all of their furniture against their walls, hooked, screwed, and tightened. Clear out anything that they can climb, get hold of, pull on, the cords to their monitors. Make sure all of that is secure and safe. And then when you're ready to transition, be consistent with your technique. Follow through. Be as normal and routine as you possibly can to give them a clear understanding on what's expected of them. We hope you enjoy these sleep tips. Check out thecradlecoach.com for more sleep advice. We wish you nothing but the sweetest dreams.